Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Acharya Singharupine Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Vaivacham Patitanam Pavanabho Vaishnavibho Namo Bhadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayati Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratisi Namaha Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Sri Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Echai Gosai Kari Charnabandan Jayate Vignanas Avishta Puran Mahabhava Sarvatam Krishna Priya Variyasi Prama Bhakti Pradevi Radhikitang Namamyam Radhi Vrindavanadisi Karunam Ritavani Kripayan Jipadabhyam Daishamyam Pradhyata Vande Nanda Brajistrinam Padarnumabhikshnasam Jasangari Kathodigitam Punati Punatem Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dayal Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Garadhar Sivasadi Sri Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Bolo Shri Guru Maharaj ki Jai Guru Parampara ki Jai Ananta Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai Sapasad Gaurari ki Jai Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Sura Sanjeev ki Jai Bhakta Vinash Shankar Nrsimhadev ki Jai Jai Bhaktaraj Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai Sarva Vaishnava Giriraj Govardhan Jiv ki Jai Sri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Jiv ki Jai Radha Mohan Radha Shamsundar Radha Purananda Radha Damodar Radha Madan Mohan Jiv ki Jai Jai Vrindavan Dham ki Jai Brajavasi Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai Brajasri Maheshwari Prameshwari Srimati Radharani ki Jai Jai Brajdevi Gan ki Jai Samved Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai Gaur Premananda आज हम लोग गौड़ वेदांत समिति के प्रतिष्ठाता नियामक आचार्य
who is our Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava his auspicious other Bhavtiti. May the causeless mercy of our Guru Varga and the devotees, we have trained to follow this titi very purely. tithis that are always helping us remember the glories of our Guru and they're empowering us. Or else, this is Jara Shakti. We cannot possibly worship Sri Bhagwan or do small kirtan of his glories. Therefore, worship of these tithis is the essence of sadhana. So Vijay Krishna Goswami, he appeared in the Advaita Acharya's lunch. He heard this before. He was the speaker of the Bhagavad. And he used to preach the glories of Mahaprabhu. So the time the sadhus of the Gaudiya Math were mostly Bhajananandis, Vivikanandis. They did not do so much preaching. But those who came in the line of Advaita Acharya, then Nityananda Prabhu's line, even those who claim to belong to his line, the Gosais, they preached. All the kings were his followers. So there in Manalipada in Barisala district, in East Bengal, Prabhu Bihari and his elder brother Pramod Bihari, who later became Pujyapad Bhakti Maharaj. And he had many other brothers as well. So Vijay Krishna Goswami was preaching. That time, he used to come and speak Bhagavad in the village of Srila Prabhu. And he had many followers. So when the parents of Param Guruji were always absorbed in worshipping their Guru. But they only had one thought. And he prayed to Guru Maharaj that how, despite being in Sansar, how can we not get entangled in Maya? So therefore we invite you to have mercy. So yeah, these are Bhagavad Bhaktas. They say one should not desire even residence in heaven, nothing. Because Lava Matra means the blink of an eye. So one has Savasanga, the time which is equal to the blink of an eye. Then, by the effect of Savasanga, he'll have this sambandha with the Bhavad Parikars. He'll have this adhikar for Bhagavad Seva, Bhagavad Bhakta Seva, Bhagwan Seva. So when they prayed to Vijaya Krishna Goswami, so first Pramod Bihari appeared and then Vinod Bihari appeared. So Bhagavad's mother, she had taken responsibility for taking care of the entire estate. She's a very effulgent lady, very powerful lady. She knew how to look after the villagers. She should look after all of them as their own children. Very qualified. So Bihari took part. And his mother had many maidsons. And all these maidsons used to love him so much. They should look after this boy so much when he was born. So there is a rule that you massage the boy with oil nicely and you lay him out in the sun. This boy was very effulgent, very golden. And see, if you're just by seeing them, see, they are so much more beautiful than even the gods, than even even more beautiful than even the denizens of heaven. So found this mother, I see, massaged him with oil, and she laid him out in the sun. So there was an eagle which was flying. And the eagle carried this baby by its claws and started flying away. And all the maidservants there started saying, "Oh, this boy has been taken away by a huge eagle. This huge eagle has taken this boy away." So they knew that. So they are initiated by their guru. So they start chanting the Nrsimha mantra. Start praying to Nrsimha Dev. Saying, "Oh, you saved Prahlad. So kindly protect this boy as well. If you protect this boy, then I'll offer this boy in your seva. No, I will never keep this boy with me. I'll offer him in your seva." Because this eagle took the boy away. He was only 2 months old. So that time. So Vijay Krishna Goswami then he was told that this boy had been taken away. So Vijay Krishna Goswami used to stay in Shantipur. So they informed him. Then he said, "You should not worry. Your son has been taken to a very nice place. He's just not your son. He belongs to everyone, not just you, both of you. If you desire, then you'll get this boy back." Then, anyhow, this eagle took this boy, and then there were many lotus flowers in the pond. See, some plants which grow on water, they're very strong. Worms, insects are never found on these plants. So anyhow, this eagle, there was so much undergrowth. So they say, the eagle left the baby very gently, top of a lotus flower, and flew away. So Vijay Krishna Goswami said that he recited the Rasha Kavach, Narasingha Kavach, so therefore this boy was returned back. Or else this boy would have gone somewhere else. Now that he offered this boy to Bhagavan, he will not stay at home long. So then there's a big huge pond. And this boy was placed on lotus flower on some canes. So she swam across. With one hand she carried the baby, and the other hand she swam across. And then when the seagull had carried the baby, you see the eagle has claws. So she looked to see if the baby had been bitten by the eagle, or if any marks of the eagle's claws were to be seen on him, but there was nothing to be seen on him. So then she started looking after him. All the maidservants were thinking, "We were supposed to look after this boy. We took this boy, we massaged him, and kept him. This eagle took him away and went." So they were very scared. So mother said, "No, don't worry, look after this boy, like how you used to before." So as gradually this boy started becoming more and more older. When he was 7 years old, then he could not drink anything. He would not drink anything except his mother's milk. She tried so much to make him eat or drink something else, but he won't even speak. So that this boy cannot speak. So they showed him to the doctor. He said everything's okay with this boy. And he's playing, but he will not speak. And neither will he eat anything. He will not drink his mother's milk. Krishna Swami come every year to speak on the Bhagavad during this Mahak Vaishak. And he'd stay there, and all the Vaishnavas would come and listen to him speak. Mahaprasad would be distributed. He said, "Oh Guruji, what should we do? He doesn't speak. He's become so big. Still he doesn't say anything. Because he drank the milk of his mother, he was very strong. So what should we do?" So Guruji said, "You take this boy and feed him the remnants. Very sadhu. Then he'll speak." I said, "Oh Guruji, you're also sadhu. Everyone, they respect you so much. There's Hari Kirtan going on, Katha Kirtan. So many people come and take prasad from you. So take your remnants. Then he may be, then he can speak." And Vijay Krishna Goswami was silent. He didn't say anything. He said, "Let the time be right." This is the role of the sadhus. They will bhiksha, they will not eat anything. From Mahaprabhu said, in this bhikshanna, Suklamar Brahmachari, he brings some rice and Mahaprabhu eat that raw rice. Saying, "Now that he bought this bhiksha rice, I'm so happy." So Suklambar, he was thinking, "I'm not a Brahmin." Mahaprabhu said, "He's on prasad in my house." So what would he do? He takes some rice, put in water, and then he would add some banana flowers there and boil the rice. And after the rice had been boiled, Mahaprabhu would come and he'd say, Mahaprabhu would honor what he had cooked. So when one sadhu, he had come there. He said, "You see, they're all your subjects of these villagers. So outside, on the outskirts of a village, on the precinct, there's some cobblers. They make shoes made of cow skin called chamas. So they're like low caste. There's husband and wife. There's a couple who's outside, on the outskirts. They're very premi bhaktas, Gaur Nitai. They do kirtan during the entire night, and during the day they make shoes and other things from the skin, from this leather. So you go feed them nicely and bring their remnants. And this boy will speak. So the mother was thinking, "Oh, I'm Rai Bahadur, very high caste landlords. How can I possibly go there? And how can I go to the house of a cobbler?" So then the night, when it was 10 o'clock in the night, she took one maid servant. She took a lantern, very young lantern, and she went through the forest. There she saw the husband and wife. It's not very easy to cross the river. Sometimes there's a boat and sometimes there's no boat. And she'll have to walk. Sometimes there's a high tide and sometimes there's a low tide. And say it becomes very full of so much mud. They say when this mud gets fixed to you, then even if you try washing it away, the mud will not go away. So anyhow, she went through all these swamps. She walked through the swamp and there she saw they offered bhoga to Gaur Nitai. There she was sitting. There she had, and then there they had no consciousness because the was off in their seva. And there they saw there was a hut, and there they saw their this landlady sitting there saying, "Oh, why did you come here, mother? You're so noble. If you would have called us immediately, we would have come. You could have just sent someone here. Why did you yourself come here?" So, is there any work that you have to do? And how can they also give an asana also, because they're untouchables? It's very difficult. In the middle and the night, why did you have to come here? And you say, just as the king are very affectionate to the subjects, even the subjects, they carry out all the responsibilities very nicely towards the king. Not like the subjects now who are very ungrateful. So they said, how can we serve you? I said, alright, you offered Bhoga, you honor Mahaprasad, then I'll speak to you. Else you will not listen to what I have to say. So first you honor Mahaprasad. Then this order was given. So then the husband and wife, then the wife fed the husband and she took the remnants of the husband. Then they said, what can we do for you? Then she said, give me some of these remnants. And I said, how can we give you our remnants? Because if your husband finds out, then he may even kill us. He said, no. There is no need for anyone to know. No one else will know about this. Just give me your remnants. They didn't agree. They said, alright, you just kill me. He said, no. This is Mahaprabhu's result. And all these because they went there. They took all these remnants. And then the husband and wife, they walked along with Prabhupada's mother to a long distance. And there, Vinod was waiting for his mother. You see, he never cried his entire life, in his entire childhood. So in his house, they used to call him Jyotsna, Jonah. Just as in a full moon night, the moon is very sparkling, very effulgent. So when they say he never eats anything, but still how is he so effulgent, this boy? And ever since they recited this Narasimha Stuti, since then he became even more strong, became stronger. So when mother returned and bought these remnants, or when the maid servants were, they are called Dahi, means nursemaid. So as soon as they bought these remnants, then Paramadevi jumped across and he snatched it from their hands and he ate these remnants. And then he slept, rested. And in the morning, during Mangalarti, in front of Thakurji, he started doing kirtan. He didn't even, then already he had memorized Mangalarti from before. You know, you see, Mangala Shri Guru, Mangala Murti, Yugala Piriti, this Harti is sung every day. Mangala Dai. So in the morning he starts singing this Mangal Geet. Then the mother, father, they said, he did not speak for so many years. How did he memorize this Arti? Every day there was Mangalarti being done. Bhogarti, Shayanarti, everything would be done. In Nargaudiya Mat, we sing another Mangalarti. They sing Bharishi Aloka Pravesh in all places. At that time, he started this Mangal Geet. And everyone became very surprised. And then he started. Now he was eating. Every day he'd say you'd have to offer Bhoga and feed the sadhus. And he will not touch anything without first honoring the remnants of the sadhus. See, if there's a huge feast, not that you just leave and take your plates and throw it away. He definitely wants some of these remnants. Only then would eat. So every day, the mother, after feeding the sadhus, not just bare maid servants, but she herself would lift these plates. She would take some remnants, or else she would not eat it in the night or in the morning. So mother found out. He knows how to respect this Mahaprasad. So he went to school, high school, college, and then he started studying there. At that time, he formed a committee of many young people. He said, in our committee, in society, whoever is present in our committee, they will. So at that time, they promised that whole life I'll remain brahmachari, and we'll serve the entire society, the country, and they said, we'll serve the society and we'll follow brahmacharya, and we'll never be detached from the seva. So that time, then the independence movement was going on in India. So that time, he was a leading freedom fighter. So the British were looking for him. How can we catch him? Imprison him. He was very strong. His party was very strong. They had a rule. In the morning, in Mangalarti, there'd be recital of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And when he was staying in college, he'd argue and counter-argue with the professor, principals. Because Shankaracharya started Prashant Vedanta, entire all of India was only following this commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. Well, there was no Gaudiya Bhashya for them, they thought. So all schools, colleges only spoke of Mayavad. Now, by ISKCON's preaching, everywhere Gita Bhagavad has been preached. But before, Prabhupada Thakur himself, all over India, he himself went everywhere and he preached in all the colleges, universities. So that time, Amul's aunt, she went to Prabhupada Thakur and she accepted initiation from him. She was a very intelligent lady. When Prabhupada would speak Harikatha, she'd write everything down. And then immediately they'd be published. She'd also make poems out of what she had heard. And these poems would be published in the press. Everywhere it would be distributed. point, she came to Prabhupada, Vinod Bihari. And Prabhupada saw this boy. He said, "Now Vinod has come. Now there's no need to worry about anything. I'll make 9 temples in 9 islands and reach all over India. Make temples everywhere." So Sarojvasini, she said, "Gurudev, Prabhupada, there's no one to even ring the bell during Aarti. And there's who will preach all over India. There's no one to even cook inside the temple. There's no one to even do kirtan. I said, Vinod will do everything. I have no worries. He'll manage everything. I have no tension." So then Prabhupada, he blessed Vinod so much. So Vinod, he returned home. Then he told his mother, "Now I wish to, now I belong to someone else." She said, "Who?" I went to Mayapur. So here, there's a huge estate. There's Maharaj Nityananda's estate. There's a huge farm there. So let me go, I'll go there and serve them. Then the mother said, "I knew you'd leave home one day. I knew from the beginning. But know one thing. When I leave my body, you should come back and give me darshan. Because whatever Bhagavan has given to me is his. But I do not wish to see anyone else's face. I leave my body. So you give me darshan in the last moment of my life. And then seeing you, I'll be very happy. My heart, mind will become very pure." So then he left home. And he had to Prabhupada. How would he live there in Mayapur? Not like a Babaji. He would wear Shantipuri dhoti, very expensive. Silken dhoti and dupatta. Means Punjabi kurta. Very nicely stitched. Very nice turban. He would go on horses. He had like 2-3 horses. He'd never go walking. Because he was from a landlord family. And ever since he came, then they said before the Britishers would control us, now this Bengali Sahib is coming in, controlling us. Sri Bhakti Thakur's time, he gave these 300 acres of land, but no one could tax them. So when Param came there, then Prabhupada, he said, "Alright, the citizens don't give any tax." Then Param said, "I know how to receive tax from them." Then he announced everywhere, everyone have to give some rent. Those who don't give any rent, then they'll have to leave. Evicted. The land will be taken away. The garden farms. So there were some who were very rebellious. So what would they do? They wouldn't pay. And what Param would they do? He'd tie them up. And then he'd tie them up to the horse. And then what would he do? He'd start riding the horse. And these people would be dragged all along the streets. And then he had a whip. And he'd whip them. And this way, after they'd been whipped, then he'd leave them. Saying, "Tomorrow at least give the rent, or else the same thing will continue again." And so all the Muslims especially, they start trembling. Saying, "Oh, he will not let us, he may even kill us." Then they folded their hands. They said, "Oh, Babuji, we cannot give so much, because you can give a little." So then, Babu start giving a little. They start giving little by little to the temple. And then when they cross the Ganga to go to Krishnanagar, what would he do? He'd sit in the boat and he would wait. That time he would tell the boatman, "I'll give you 1 rupee, just take me across, I don't have time. You cannot wait 15-20 minutes now. I have so much Guru Seva to do. So he was like a prince, like king. They told when he went, then Prabhupada's preaching, as it increased, so many devotees joined the mission. So then some devotees, then the temple was built in Naimisharanya. The temple was built in Bombay, Delhi. And Prabhupada would go preaching. All these disciples would also go with him. Then there was Bhakti Maharaj, he was a brahmachari. He has high grief. And Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, Bhakti Bharati Maharaj, Bhakti Daivan Maharaj, all these disciples of Prabhupada, Bhakti Rakshashridhar Maharaj. There are all these sannyasis that would go preaching. And they just rent a place and open a center there. What do? They just rent a place and start preaching from there. So then some people, they sent a letter to Prabhupada saying, "Oh Prabhupada, he's always traveling like a king. This money that is being collected by the temple, he destroys everything. So say something to him. He doesn't have Vaishnavata. He doesn't put tilak on. He doesn't chant. He's always engaged in beating others, going to court. How can he stay in his shelter? And he's the manager now. You see, if an authority himself doesn't chant Harinam, then how can he stand under that? How can he stand under his authority? He's always going preaching. So will we become like him? Going everywhere, chastising, disciplining people. Prabhupada didn't answer this letter. The time before Navadidham Parikrama, then there'll be a Navadidham Pracharani Sabha. There'll be a huge assembly. Thereafter Parikrama, for 3 days, there'll be this Nam Pracharani Sabha, Dham Pracharani Sabha. There'll be a huge meeting. There, everyone would make the requests, and whatever questions that would be answered. And qualified people would be honored there with titles. And everyone would speak Harikatha there. And this way, these words of Pushpanjali would be offered to the Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that time, during this Dham Pracharani Sabha, when Prabhupada, he called Vinod Bihari, and he said that you will have to write a commentary on the Vedanta, Brahma Sutra. And those who are very intelligent, knowledgeable, they start smiling. How can he speak on the Vedanta? Does he even know how many letters are present in the Vedanta? Does he know even the Sanskrit? How will he speak on the Vedanta? You see, a mosquito says, "Oh, see, I never drown in the water. I always float." But even horses and elephants drown in the water. So, how is this possible that he'll speak on the Vedanta? And as Prabhupada gives order, and there are 550 sutras. And all these sutras, they're classified in different groups. But there's a Mukhya Shloka, primary Shloka, and then explanations of these aphorisms. So beginning from the first to the end, all the commentaries of Ramanujara, Madhvacharya, Vishnu Swami, Nimbaditya, Vijay, and Shankar Sampradaya. What Shankaracharya has said, what Vishnu Swami has said. He explained all their commentaries. Everybody is so surprised. When did he have time to even read this? Because the whole day he has to look after this estate. There's so many farms there. He has to go to the court, fight cases. There go many different temples because the temples are being inaugurated. Look after the publication and distribution of all these patrikas. So that time he became very surprised. When did he even read these commentaries? And that time Prabhupada, in this Dham Pracharani Sabha, when he was Savati, he gave him this Sanskrit shloka. And he gave him the title Kriti Ratna. And Prabhupada, he wrote his specialities, and he had everyone listen to this, what he had written in regard to Vinod. So then they all became very ashamed. Oh, we doubted Vinod, the other god brothers. So then Prabhupada, he said, this Vedant, bring everything and give it to me. Then Prabhupada gave everything to Vinod Bihari here. Yeah, you keep this. You see, you should tell everyone that the Vedas only speak of Bhakti. They only speak of Bhagavan, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the established subject of Vedanta, pure Bhakti, Mahaprabhu's glories. So this is the essence, and you should preach this essence to everyone. But then Prabhupada says, remember one thing, that when brahmacharis stay in the Gurukul, they'll have to go on Bhiksha. And by Bhiksha, there's Guru Dakshina. Without Bhiksha, one cannot stay in the Gurukul and enjoy what his Guru is offering. And therefore, Prabhupada used to make these small boxes, he locked them, and he give these boxes, tell them go on trams, buses everywhere. Don't take more than one paisa from anyone. Even if they give you more than one paisa, still take only one paisa. And then you should do Bhiksha until evening. And ordinary people would go on Bhiksha. So Pangurudev, he never went on Bhiksha, but now Prabhupada had given this order. Guru order. Guru had given this order. So then he gave this box. And Prabhupada, he said, you should go. At that time, he went on train from Mayapur to Krishnanagar to Kolkata. Then he went collecting Bhiksha everywhere. So during the evening, during the afternoon, Prabhupada, he was going in his car. The driver said, Prabhupada, Vinod Bihari just say, there's this victory parade ground in Calcutta. Just in Delhi, there's the Ram Leela Maidan. There's also the victory parade Maidan there in Calcutta. Very huge ground. So there, Paramurde, he was resting beneath the shade of a tree. Kept this box under his head and he was resting there. Prabhupada saw this, I think, from far. And then when he returned the evening, before Gaurarti, and Prabhupada, he asked him, saying that in the afternoon, you kept this box underneath your head and you're resting. So why didn't you return to the temple? So Prabhupada, there's a rule there in Bengal that they open the gate, they open the shops at 6 in the morning and they close at 12 in the afternoon. And again they open at 4 in the evening and close at 9 in the night. And from 12 to 4 they close the shops because all the shopkeepers, they go home, they eat something and sleep for some time and then come back. So therefore I did Bhiksha from 6 to 11. So again if I'd go to Bhagwasar and again I'd go, then so much time would be lost going back and forth. So I thought I'll just for 2-3 hours chant Harinam and then again I'll go on Bhiksha. So then Prabhupada, he opened this box and he said, oh, I only told you to bring one paisa. And then Prabhupada said, I took 1 paisa, 2 paisa from, but then I met some very nice people who want to meet with you. So Prabhupada said, alright, you should bring them next time. So that time, first of all, Sai Maharaj's father, Gauramohan, he had a shop in Calcutta, had a factory there. So they won Bhiksha there. Then they met him there. Then they said, oh, with only 1 paisa, how can you maintain the temple? Here you can take as much money as you want. How can, with only 1 paisa, how can this entire temple run? So what difference does it make if someone wants to give more? So here, take more from us. You're working so hard in the sun. I should collect picture only so much. Ask your Guru if you can accept more from us. In Calcutta, there are so many people like us who can maintain the temple. Why only this one paisa picture? What kind of rule is this? He said, no, my Guru Maharaj has given this order, not take more than one paisa. He said, alright, we want to speak to your Guru. So then, they all came in the evening. And then Prabhupada took them to meet Prabhupada. And then they saw Prabhupada, they saw how he was so effulgent. He was very beautiful personality. And then when they offered pranams to Prabhupada, Prabhupada also pranams to them. He was an Akumar, lifelong brahmachari. This lifelong brahmachari, and he's a sannyasi. And we are grahasthas. So why is he offering pranams to us in turn? So I wanted to ask him, why you are only telling him to take one paisa? If they give an order, if he gives an order, then we can give so much more money. The temple can be maintained very nicely. But Prabhupada, he said from first that our Goswamis at Kruvaga, they are all from very royal families. But just see how they do Madhukari Bhiksha and Braj. Sometimes rice chickpeas and sometimes not even that. They say they go to the Brahmins and accept some Madhukari. Little Madhukari, not more. Or else one will become very proud. And eating the food of the Vishayis, mind will be destroyed. And glorify the Vishayis. So they say if you go to big feasts, and then he'll say, oh, he gave me a big donation. Oh, this landlord has given me so much money. Then you cannot even chant Harinam anymore. Oh, he's given me a very nice glass plate. Now he's become God now, this landlord. So say, Prabhupada, he spoke such nice katha. He said, now Janmashtami is going to come, so I'm waiting all of you for this festival. And they said, we also follow Janmashtami in our house. But on that Thursday, my son was born. Gaurmande told Prabhupada. So all of you, you should come here to Nandotsav. You can do kirtan, around Mahaprasad, you can do as you wish there. So then they said, Prabhupada, Gaurmande. Because you see, Nandotsav is celebrating such a nice way in Gaudiya. He said, alright, I'll send some brahmacharis to help you. And the Gaudiya Math went there to Gaurmande's house. So they did Katha Kirtan. Then Gaurmande, he was very surprised because they were all descendants of Uddharandat Thakur. Swami Prabhupada, they were all coming from this line of Uddharandat Thakur. And this way, gradually, they came to Calcutta. So he was very much absorbed in this bhajan. His father, he had these Radha Govind deities. When he met these devotees from Gaudiya Math and heard Harikatha from them, then Prabhupada sent Bhakti Sridhar Maharaj and 4-5 brahmacharis. Because Bhakti Sridhar Maharaj would do very nice kirtan. It was very scholarly. This Harikatha would be flowing from his mouth continuously. So he sent some brahmacharis there, Prabhupada. So when they had the devotees do kirtan, and he forgot everything. Now he also started coming to the temple to darshan Prabhupada. And then on the order of Prabhupada, Prabhu.Glories started going on Bhiksha. Then he said, you see, what about who will look after Mayapur? Prabhupada said, if you are doing Bhiksha all day, then who will look after Mayapur? So he returned to Mayapur. And then I'll call you whenever I visit some place. But you'll have to look after Mayapur. And Prabhupada, he'd come to Mayapur and say one day, go and have darshan of my Guru Maharaj, Kaur Sharas Babaji Maharaj. Take some sevaks. And have his darshan. Why? Why Prabhupada sent them there? Because that time Babuji Maharaj, sometimes he do bhajan in a pot that has been turned upside down. And sometimes he be in the Ganga where he take the sand of the Ganga and cover his head. Head to toe, it be covered by this mud of the Ganga. And he do Harinam. They say, Babuji, what are you doing? He's saying, I should also cover my head with the sand of the Ganga. Even though I'm in the water, Maya can hit me from above. So I'm also covering my head with the sand of the Ganga. And sometimes he'll be staying inside this municipality toilet. It's very dirty there. But still, just close the door and be doing bhajan there. No, come out. The police magistrate, they can request him so much. Oh, Babuji Maharaj, make a nice hut for you on the banks of the Ganga. Please come. He said, no, I'm very sick. So many important government officials came to convince him. So at time Prabhupada, he said, Vinod Bihari, some sevaks. So when they went to his darshan, then Babuji Maharaj, he said, Babuji Maharaj, open the door. I'll come for a darshan. He said, oh, I don't have strength. How can I open this door? There he was chanting Harinam. He hadn't eaten or drank anything for so many days. But still, when Vinod called him, then immediately he was reminded of, Prabhupada. They are also very near and dear servants of Prabhupada. So then they said, we are the servants of Sri Varshavanavi Devi Daitadas. This was the name given by Gaurakshadas Babaji Maharaj to Prabhupada during the time of his Diksha. So you are his disciple, Varshavanavi Devi's disciple. So then he opened the gate. He said, that you've taken a shelter. And then he said, all right, now I'll take responsibility for your lives. Whatever obstacles come, they'll never be able to affect you. Just do your bhajan, your guru seva, and your prachar. All responsibility is upon me. You'll never have to suffer from anything in your life. I've taken all these responsibilities upon my own head for spiritual welfare. So in Paramurdev, he'd say, Babuji Maharaj, I have a request. Kindly accept this one request now that you've accepted me. You see, especially grandfather likes his grandson. So one especially likes his grand disciple more than his disciple. And especially in this Gaudiya Parampara, they follow the Parikya line, not the Swakya line. In Swakya line, the slip line is inhibited by Maryada. But in Parikya line, there is no such inhibition. There is no such restrictions. So then they said, don't stay in this latrine, but we'll make a nice hut for you on the banks of the Ganga. And whatever you desire, we do. We'll execute your wishes. So sometimes Gaurakshadas sometimes we stay in some dharmashala or some other place and people will be disturbing. Oh, Babuji Maharaj, Kripa Karo, disturbing. The whole day. And sometimes he'd open his copin and say, here, you want this Kripa, take this copin. They'll all run away, saying, what Kripa is he giving? This copin he's giving us. And sometimes they say, oh, Babuji Maharaj, I bought a Krishnadasi. So then they say, very good. Every day you make this Krishnadasi, sit on the bed, and you perform puja over, do her arati, and don't enjoy her. Don't accept any service from her. And he ran away with his Krishnadasi after that madman he heard. Because one thinks, oh, I've seen the sadhu, I can do, he'll give me whatever I wish. And if he doesn't give, then I'll keep troubling him. So Babuji Maharaj entered inside this public latrine. He said, no one will disturb me. If anyone will disturb me, then let me see. Over there. Because Vinod Bihari, he was not just Navdeep Mayapur, he was known everywhere. All the people knew him, even Muslims. He was very capable. Everyone knew how capable he was. Because Prabhupada, he said, oh Vinod, oh, I'm very sad. Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he has gone away, but his samadhi is there. So Prabhupada, he had a younger brother, Lalita Prasad Babaji. He was staying there. So he was staying there, Babaji, Mataji is. He was following this Nera Neri Sampradaya. He was following. there on the name of Bhaktivinoda Tagore, he was following an Apasampradaya. So Prabhupada is saying Bhaktivinoda Tagore has never been happy by following such Apasampradayas. So then how can we get this retreat? Paramudra said, alright, I've received order, I'll immediately get this. So he took like 50, 60 covered men and he went with sticks there. And he went with sticks and he said, go beat the entire temple there. The walls of the temple. He said, we know this coming now. He's coming on horse with a whip. And then he said, immediately leave this place, or else we'll break the entire temple down. And we know they'll not let you live. We know this coming there on a horse. And all these covered men, they were very strong. They went with sticks in their hands. They started creating big commotion there. They started beating the walls with their sticks. So they're shouting, they're doing so many things. So the Mahabharata is going on. And all the Babajis, all the Bhais, whatever they could find, they tied everything in bundles and they ran away from there. Then we know they came now, the entire temple was empty. No one was there. And he cleaned the entire temple and then he gave the temple to Prabhupada. I said, Prabhupada, now you should come inside. Now the entire temple was empty. And Prabhupada, he kept the sevaks there. He started this Archan, Pujan, Seva, Bhogra. Now this Saranda Sakta Kunja is restored in its pristine glory. Because of this place, Bhaktivinoda Tagore fulfilled the monobist of Mahaprabhu. So then Prabhupada, he gave this order. You see, we have a nice temple, but just see the Muslims, what they've done. They've made the graveyard here. And Prabhupada said, oh, just this it is a, what do you do? Put boundaries everywhere. And the Muslims said, why are you putting a wall everywhere? He said, I'm putting a wall because if anyone will come here, they'll pass through, they'll make this place impure. So I'm building a nice wall for you. The Muslims became very angry, very happy. And they said, why are you planting these trees here? He said, oh, if I plant these trees and plants here, then this place will be very pure. Because Kabargaon means this graveyard is supposed to be very holy. So if you're having all these trees and plants here, this place will be so sacred. All your saints, the Pir Fakirs, they're all suffering so much here in the hot sun. So under the shade of these trees, they'll receive so much, they'll be so protected from the heat of the sun. And so you see even Paramgurudev, he knew all the verses from the Quran. Even Srila Gosvami Maharaj, he knew the entire Quran. So Prabhupada said, when did you even study the Quran? And the mullahs, and then they'd come. The Muslim clerics, they never knew how much Vinod knew. Vinod, he knew even how these people should be buried. He'd say, oh, that person should be buried in such and such way. And even the Muslim clerics became very surprised. But they wouldn't say anything. And then within 1 year, these trees and plants, they grew so much in size. And then what did they do? When they started following this month of Ramzan, and then all the Muslims, they gathered in one place. Then when they all gathered in one place, then Paramgurudev, he took so many brahmacharis and sannyasis, and he dug the entire place. And he made Radhakund, Shyamkund, Gaurkund, then he threw all the graveyards out into the Ganga. And no one could even find the bodies anymore. And the Muslims saw there was not even one body there. Now there were like so many pits there. And so what has happened here? There's a graveyard. So which graveyard are you talking about? This is Mahaprabhu's Janmasthan, his birthplace. All tirthas are present here. How did this ever become your graveyard? There was no sign of any graveyard, no. Then when they complained to the police, a case was filed. So when they came to check, then the Paramount said, what graveyard are they speaking about? You see these huge trees and plants? See these people trees, burger trees, mango trees, coconut trees, date trees. You see, they all grow very quickly. And you see there these kundas there also. So where did he even arrange for these kundas? How would he even have these kundas excavated? But he had this Shakti. And Prabhupada was happy. But then the case was fought. And even in that court case, Prabhupada, what did he do? He won that case. And one day Prabhupada, he said, you take some bhaktas and you go to Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj for his darshan. Because without the mercy of the sadhu, the santa, one cannot understand Sri Guru or Sri Bhagavan. Because Guru is not an ordinary person. Because the heart of a sadhu is very soft like butter. The heart of a sadhu is like butter. Only the words of sadhu can melt our hearts and make us humble and meek, make us qualified. He said, alright, now go on for darshan of Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj. And he took some bhaktas there for darshan. So there they saw, there was a big ashram on the banks of the Ganga. And as soon as they entered the gate, they saw Babaji Prasad is being distributed. Then hot tea was being distributed, biscuits. And saying, oh, this is Babaji's chai, Babaji's Prasad. And so one was giving out cups of tea, biscuits. And they said, oh, Babaji Maharaj's Prasad, take this. Then they said, hey, drink this. They said, have you come to take this Mahaprasad? Or for his mercy? You see, even the dogs and pigs get this kind of thing, this kind of food. Have you come to fill your stomach, or have you come for his darshan? Let's go inside. And they went inside. There you see, like you see in Tirupati, in Guruvayur, they have a huge feast every day. There many people sit. And there they said, everyone sit down, take prasad. There they were giving out laddus, buttermilk to everyone who was sitting on the ground. And as soon as they came there, they offered pranams and they had them sit on the asana. Here, come sit. Oh, take this Mahaprasad. Make our lives successful. You come from the Gaudiya Math. They made everything ready for them. Then Prabhupada said, what are you doing sitting here? Have you come to see these games of Maya, to have darshan of Babaji Maharaj? Let's go. So let's take some prasad, Guru Bhai. You know that. He said, no, this is not prasad, let's go inside. Then he took these godbrothers inside, and there they saw, there was a Tulsi garden. Babaji Maharaj was wearing a kopin, and long matlocks of hair. And he had these God Nitai deities, and he was speaking to them. He said, Nitai is very innocent, but God is very restless. Once I went to pick some flowers, and you see, I fell, and you see how my bones have been broken. So I'll pick flowers and I'll give it to Nitai, because he saved me from even greater harm. I won't give any flowers to God. Then she'll be crying, rolling on the ground, laughing, embracing these deities of God Nitai. And they say, hey, all the Ashtatvik gods are praying. Then seeing this, then Prabhupada told his godbrothers, you see, Sukadeva Goswami is always naked. Did he ever give out tea or halwa or rabdi to anyone? One who is distributing this Amrit Bhagavat Ras and was satisfied with his Bhakti Ras. Like you see, Nityananda Prabhu, this rasa that he distributed, this Raja Bhakti Ras. He made everyone happy. He said, what do you want? So then they were seeing, they were noticing what Babaji was doing from distance. So much time. Sometimes they were uttering many shlokas, stutis. And then he was even speaking on the Bhagavatam to them. And Babaji would be dancing, rolling on the floor, on the ground. And God, they were so happy to see this praying bhakta of theirs. And then he had all the devotees have darshan of his God Nitai. And then he brought them inside. he said, if you know they're not gone with you, then rather than having darshan of Babaji Maharaj, you would just fill your stomachs and you returned. Because in the sadhu darshan, in this jar darshan, by such jadabuddhi you cannot approach sadhu. So what would Prabhupada do sometimes? That time there were some Viviktanandi sadhus, very detached Vaishnava. So he sent some of his disciples there to them. And when all the Damparika won't begin, then Prabhupada he preached so much. And the time there was Nimbarga Sampradaya in Shalimar in Rajasthan. They went to this Nimbarga's birthplace there. And also Vishnu Swami's birthplace, Ramacharya's birthplace, Madhacharya's birthplace. He went to all these acharyas, all their birthplaces, to speak Harikatha, do Kirtan, and invite everyone there. And during Gaur Purnima, first they do Navaditam Parikrama, where all the four acharyas would come. And Prabhupada would respect them very nicely. When this Navaditam Parikrama began, they crossed the Ganga, they came to this Paramatala. They came Kaurnitai on the elephant. And then what happened? Everyone, they start throwing stones at him. They start beating the other devotees. Start throwing hot water, soda bottles, chili powder. They start doing so many things, atrocities. So where could they run all the other devotees? And the acharyas of the fourth sampradaya said, where we come? These demons, where they attacking us? In Mahaprabhu's Premai Bhumi, how can these demons appear in such a way? And so everyone ran away, most of the disciples of Prabhupada. But Prabhupada alone, he took Prabhupada to a householder's home. And then he said, Prabhupada, you give me a sannyas vesh, and you take this white cloth. This way, he took his turban, tied on Prabhupada's head, and gave him his dhoti chadar, and he made him cross the Ganga, and then made him reach Mayapur. And then Prabhupada himself wore the vesh of a sannyasi, had this danda kamandalu, and he came out. But then, by the desire of Bhagavan, so I think there was the time of the British, then the police came. And then the next time, the government took all responsibility to protect the devotees. And then when it came on the paper, at first there was John Jagai Madai. Now there are hundreds of Jagais and Madais. So then the answer they gave, well, that Mahaprabhu Nityananda came to deliver Jagai Madai. And they said, if we are Jagai Madai, then Mahaprabhu should again appear. If we are 1,000 Jagai Madais, then Mahaprabhu should appear 1,000 times to deliver all these 1,000 Jagai Madais. They were such demons. So in Paramgurudev, he said, in this very Navadip, I will open my first temple. And from here, I will start preaching. And not just deliver all the conditions of this world. But then I'll take out the very root of their material existence. I'll remove whatever weeds have grown, and then I'll sow the seed of pure bhakti in their hearts. And this way, the time there's Bhakti Srila Siddhanti Maharaj, Bhakti Srila Maharaj, and all these other acharyas, they also came and stayed with Paramgurudev there in Navadip. You see Navadip in Koladvip, then Koladanga. Sridhar Maharaj has his temple there. And Siddhanti Maharaj, he opened his temple right there in Radha Bazar, middle of this place. They faced problems, but they never cared. They were fearless. And when Paramgurudev opened Devananda Gaudiya Math, then And then he established Lakshmi Varadev. Because he had to appear in two forms. As Vara to fight Hiranyaksha and as Narasimha to fight Hiranyakashipu. So here you'll all have to stay here. Because there's so many demons here. We're saying there's Lakshmi Varaha. In one Prakost, there's Prabhupada, in one Prakost Lakshmi Varaha. In the middle, Gaur Radha Vinod Bihari. And when speaking started, then all the Jati Goshais, Babajis, they all ran away in fear. And now you see, Navadip is so beautiful. Such beautiful environment of pure bhakti there. And everyone's doing parikrama there. And everyone became the followers of the Gaudiya Math there. So the time Prabhupada, he said, if you want to rescue this parampara, then you'll have to take shelter of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this Bhaktivinoda Dhara. Then you can conquer the entire world. Whatever Kirtans Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, these 100 books that he has published, you'll have to propagate these Kirtans, these books, everywhere. And this is the Dhara of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who is Bhakti Bhagirath. He can take responsibility for the entire world, nourish them, liberate them. So seeing disciples of Prabhupada Param Gurudev, first he wrote this book, Sahajiya Dalam. Then he wrote this Mayavad Jivani. It's also called Vaishnava Vijay, the life history of impersonalism. Then he started his preaching. So now we listen tomorrow. The day after is Prabhupada's Avirbhav Tithi. Now the day after is Gaurav and Maharaj's Tivav. And then Bhakti Buddha Shauti Maharaj's Avirbhav Tithi. And then came with all his associates Prabhupada. Next day is Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj's Avirbhav. You see this Bhakti Vaibhav Madhav Maharaj's Avirbhav Tithi. In this Magh Mahina, Advait Prabhu, he came. And Advait Prabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, they all came. And say, after Mahaprabhu, all his assets, before he appeared, all his assets appeared. So they say, we are very fortunate to be in this Ganga of Haridas, this Katha. Kirtan was glories. Uttara Thakur is saying, what can Kamkar do to a sadhak? If he has the association of the sadhus, engages lust in Krishna's seva, this desh, hate for those who are non-devotees, anger again for those who are non-devotees. So engage all these 600 in service of Krishna. Because you see, there is no such thing which is unholy in this world. Engage everything in Bhagavan's seva, they all become holy. Now we listen tomorrow. Now we'll end today. Since morning, Katha Kirtan has been going on. Now we'll tomorrow again be ready for the day after.
Ajnana-timirandasya jananjana-salakaya Chaksuram-militam yena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam karoti vachanam pangom langayate girim Yat kripahatamaham vande Sri Guru Dinatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Sri Rupa Krishnaya Bhutale Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Nitinamine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Charya Semarupine Sri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Nitinamine Vancha Kalpatarupyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patikanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Today, all are becoming very happy, remembering Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Gosvami Maharaj. How glorious their personality and how merciful. Just now we hear how completely surrendered to lotus feet of Sri Guru, Vishram Veda Guru Seva. Without this, not possible to make our life successful. Without the intimacy of Sri Guru, our heart will be bereft of the ability to perfect our life. We are helpless in this world. Only with the help of that personal, kind representative, messenger of Sri Krishna, there is hope and there is great happiness at the Sri heart. So what we learn from Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, for him, if he would not have given this beautiful sacred treasure, one his Guru Maharaj, perhaps Premananda Prabhu was mentioning this or not, but when he received initiation from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, then after some time he was feeling the necessity to focus, to meditate completely by mantra on Sri Guru. At that time, to my knowledge, there was no such thing that Guru Mantra was given. Am I correct? Before that, no Guru Mantra. So Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Maharaj, Aparam Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, and requesting him, will you be so kind to give me Guru Mantra? Because who else will give this to me? It is essential because Sri Guru, ultimately Sri Krishna is origin of all Gurus. Premananda Prabhu, but especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have heard from our beloved Gurudev how Sri Satinandana Gaura Hari, who is no different from Sri Krishna, the combination Radha Krishna, when they are becoming one, when they are meeting beautifully, their love and affection is what everyone is hankering for, to become connected and contribute something to their happiness. When that love and affection meets, then in the middle there is Sri Satinandana Gaura Hari, who is the supreme Bhajan Siksha Guru, Guru Tattva, Akhanda Guru Tattva, Nityananda Prabhu, not different from Sri Satinandana Gaura Hari. How we will obtain the relationship unless there is someone who we can completely concentrate and meditate and dedicate our everything to. So by Guru Mantra is something very, very miraculous. We are maybe forgetting sometimes how important in some societies even they may mention that, oh, these are formalities. Oh yeah, you need Diksha for Thakur Seva. And Sannyas Mantra is not important, really too. Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Maharaj, he bestowed Sannyas Mantra on Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. When anyone is receiving that, our Gurudev made very strong evidence. This is the proof that is the Manjari Seva. received by that mantra. Not a formality. If we take it as formality, we will always be in only outer rituals, in the tradition, in the external aspect of bhakti. But the internal will not develop. And really without internal development, bhakti cannot be successful. For crores of lifetimes, Gurudev said, you can continue to worship and do so many things, but unless our practices become internalized, they become bhajan. That means now the desire manifests to render service with our perfected identity, our eternal identity. I want that service. And that service is not like what we are now experiencing in this physical experience. Also so much beautiful, dedicated services are available. But in the heart is even more beautiful, more complete. Yeah. Now sometimes mode of nature come, if not all the time. Sri Kapila is explaining in Srimad Bhagavatam 81 different types of devotional service mixed with the modes of nature in the external realm. Soul, heart, and mind. When they become purified, then internal awareness starts to develop. So by mantra especially, this is essential. They said meditating on Guru mantra. Then there is no doubt that Sri Guru is of that category. Binoda Manjari, our Param Gurudev, our Gurudev, our whole Guru Parampara. This gift, this is Vyasa Puja I was reading this morning. This is the gift how to worship Sri Gurudev. And today again we are in the most amazing position that we can worship Sri Guru. Srila Bhakti, Pragyan, Keshava, Gosvami Maharaj is representing in the line of pure cyclic succession coming from Srila Sri Satchidananda Gaurari. What he has given, Mangalarti, how beautiful. How amazing this gift is. The entrance into the realm of transcendental service. Waking up, now it is time. From the Atata Brahma Yigyasa, Vedanta Sutra, till the complete, most beautiful glorification in the prayers and songs and beautiful poems of Srila Raghunadas Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Kavivana Pur, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, especially. Nowadays, I am lucky to hear the glories of Sankalpa Kalpadruma, translated by our beloved Gurudev in English. I never looked at that book. From Hindi to English, how beautiful. For whom Gurudev is publishing these books? This is their greatest donation. Srila Swami Maharaj giving the same beautiful indication. My books will remain. Everything else may fall apart. And it may. And we see also it is not easy to discover the harmony and unity and the trust and the love that we are hoping to cultivate and to experience amongst the Vaishnavas. But books are there, the teachings are there, and that is the embodiment of bhakti. These Satovhrite, what the previous acharyas, they live forever in the beautiful teachings. So this gift, Sri Guru Mantra, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, by his causeless mercy, we have received this amazing gift. And we have heard the glorification of Sri Guru, Sri Mangal brother of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Maharaj, Sri Bhakti Kumud Samda Maharaj. Perhaps you have heard his glories. How he made a beautiful poem, Krishnera Swarupa Hoy. Nitya Krishna, what is that? Jiva Surapahoi, Gururu Nityadas, instead of Krishna Nityadas. Yeah. He was writing a young devotee, this beautiful poem, and he was verifying it with so many evidences from scripture that in this world we are the son of the Guru, in that world, same relationship is there. If that intimacy, that Vishramvena, love is manifesting. So now we are having this opportunity. So Guru Mantra, that intimacy manifest. Who is that? Krishna. Gurudev explained. Krishna and Krishna. So that is not possible. Unless one has the transcendental love and that beautiful form manifested. Sri Param Gurudev was especially very fond wherever he would go, preaching one of his most beautiful ways to establish the essence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. Aradhyo Bhagavan Varjesatane Tadhamam Vrindavanam Ramya Kastitu Pasana Prajivadu Vargeniya Kampata Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Prema Pumartamaham Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatrari Yognavaram. No doubt we have, this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to establish the glories of Vrindavan, the glories of Rajandanandana, and the glories of the worship of his most nearest and intimate devotees, devote of gopis. This is the proof in Srimad Bhagavatam, Prema Pumartam. That prema is our life and goal. That is the essence, the meditation for the rest of our life. Before turning 40, Gurudev said, make up your mind, make up your heart. That you have a goal in life. If you have no goal in life, then what you have to live for, or to die for. Then you have no fixation, no. Then there come so many obstacles and troubles, which will be part of our journey. Karma, or whatever is our destiny, we can accept it as the mercy and beautiful opportunity for improving our seva-vritti, or we can become discouraged. But if we have a fixed goal, this is my goal, and where it is obtainable, at the lotus feet of Sri. And that mantra, Gurudev said, you chant that mantra every day, some other mantras also, with dedication. Try to remove all material, not possible. But have some idea what is the meaning of these mantras. Gurudev was telling, if you don't know the meaning of these mantras, then how you can improve? Some spiritual acharyas or teachers, they may not give the meaning, but it is necessary to enter the realm of spontaneous bhakti, raga, bhakti. Meditating on these mantras, chanting your harinam, especially use the morning hours for this time. End of the day, give whatever you have received to those who are in need. And serve the Vaishnavas. And evening again. Then I will happily, Gurudev said, without any difficulty, I can bring you to the top of the mountain of Prema, where all these great personalities are relishing Kirtan Ras, and also the most beautiful, intimate Nikunja Seva. This is our aim and object. So by this mantra, I am today especially remembering how merciful Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Gosvami Maharaj. He has brought and given more than just what this is the greatest knowledge. And Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada also don't ever underestimate what he received by that sannyas mantra. Empowered. Yeah, now only those who are empowered, they can distribute. We are trying to become instruments, but they are qualified. They are Mahapurushas. They are not. One example, then I stopped there. Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava. Srila Gurudev telling he was with Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava. Very beautifully during his presence in this world, serving. And Param Gurudev, he would never take time to take proper bath. You know, Premananda Prabhu knows. If you would take lota once in a week or once in a month, take lota with water and put 25% on his head and the rest. But always smelling like roses, like, lotus. Never, we are, even if half an hour after the shower, we already start smelling. These Mahapurusas are from this world. So they are empowered. And by their mercy, that is what we need. We need our mercy in the heart. Then life is successful. Small, big, no harm. That mercy is necessary. That anugatya, that kripa, these great personalities. So today I offer my gratitude and I remember how merciful Srila Bhakti, Keshava, all our Guru, Varga, and all the devotees, Vaishnavas, Pujyapad, Premananda, all the sannyasi. Thank you for being here and please allow me to be near you, to receive more and more opportunities from Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripasya devajya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Gosvami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Vedanta Bhaman Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Vedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Rupa Nurva Guru Varga ki jai. Assembled devotees ki jai. Nittai Gaur Premananda Hari Hari Bol.